Hey, are we live? Are we live, or is this Memorex? Can you hear me? Anyone? Anyone? Bueller? Bueller? Aloha. Huh. Can you guys hear me? We live? Yes? Good. Welcome to the end of 2021. Hey, there's Leo. We got a 3D print. 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 All right. Welcome to the start of the FilamentOne Gift train. This is the station that we are going to leave from, and we're going to be stopping at several stops along the way. We're going to hit DeWint 3D up in Canada. We're going to hit Loyal Moses over in Washington. We're going to hit Blind Via. We're going to hit Bwana over on the East Coast. We're going to hit DB3D Dan, and back towards New Mexico with Father Funk. Full circle all around the place. And each stop there is going to be a gift bag being given away. Leo's still eating. All right, let me see here. I'm trying to pull up the chat on my iPad so I can see it without having to look over here like that at the screen. So bear with me if I look down. Sith Lord Britt is with us. Liz is here. And Liz, thank you. I think I missed a super chat there. Thank you very much. Merry, happy, festive everything. That's right. I hope you're not freezing up there too much. Liz, DB3D Dan is here. Justin 3D. Non-fam. Mike. No, Mike, I am not going to hit all of those people with the train. I think Leo's going to be driving it. So any accidental carnage is on Leo. I'll put the blame there. Leo in the chat, by the way, is Leo from FilamentOne. Looks like we're off to a good start. We've got 19 watching. Plan is I want to keep this kind of a short stream, maybe around an hour at the most. And we can't really raid from YouTube, but we can all go over and run over afterwards and surprise Chris Perillo maybe with a jump in there. Afterwards, we'll do a kind of a pseudo YouTube raid, I guess, or make it work somehow. So I'm going to post a link. Bear with me as I step out of frame mostly. And I'm going to post a link here. Let's see, where is it at? And let's see if I can add this to the stream. Hopefully that works for everybody. We'll post that a few times. And that's where you go to enter the giveaway. Let's see here. I'm going to throw that on the stream deck so I can just hit a button to do it. Let me see here. Where is the... There we go. Giveaway. We're kind of doing this on the fly a little bit here because I didn't think about that earlier. And let's try this again. See if that works. Yep. Okay, so that works. So everyone can, if you guys want to run over there, or anytime throughout the stream tonight. That's where you will enter to win the giveaway. And then roughly about, say, 5:45-ish or so, we'll pick some winners. We've got two options tonight, and let's start off by saying, yes, the Google Doc is the entry form, Britt. So if you just drop your entry stuff on there, when we go to do the giveaway, I will just export that to a spreadsheet quick and drop that on the wheel of fish, and we will do the little spinny thing and pick our winners. You can still see me, Alex. Yeah, I didn't jump too far out there. Let's see. Yeah, so let's thank FilamentOne first of all for putting this train together. It was kind of a last minute thought, and Leo put it together. And what he's doing is he has several different prize packages listed out, or gift bags assembled, if you will. And he's drawing a new name out of the hat for each stream. And it's random which streamer is going to be giving away which prizes. So we don't know until a few minutes before the stream. Your backside will be in bed. Well, as long as your front side can see your screen there, Nick. But so let's thank FilamentOne. They are in the chat. Leo is in the chat. And there's links in the description down below if you want to check out FilamentOne. In fact, there's a 5% discount code in there too if anybody wants to use that. It's good on pretty much everything at the site, I believe, except for the recurring subscriptions like the profile boxes. But I believe it's good for everything else. And so yeah, Alex, it's kind of a double blind giveaway. So we're going to be stopping at several other streamers along the way over the week. We've got myself kicking off the train tonight. DWent3D is going to be streaming tomorrow, I believe, also on YouTube. Check the socials for more details on that. Loyal is, I believe, streaming Monday, and Bwana is on Tuesday. And then I believe we've got Blind Via, DB3D Dan, and Father Funk throughout the rest of the week leading up to Christmas. I don't know the exact dates yet, so keep checking socials for those. And we'll drop that in the chat again. And Mike, you're a mod. While you're here, if you don't mind copying and pasting that and dropping that every now and then, that would be wonderful, my friend. So how is everyone doing? I know we're at the end of 2021 or 2020 part 2, I guess, depending on how you keep track of things. How's everyone doing? Okay, Dan, you're going to be at the end of the ride on Christmas, the 25th, from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Wow, that's going to be a long stream. Leo's got it somewhere. But how's everyone survived? I mean, I know haven't had a lot of live events these past few years. Haven't really had. I guess we did have Murph this year, but I think the attendance was fairly low. I wasn't able to make it. Irf got pushed off till next year. And who else we got here? Chris Perilla's in the chat. Bugman140, thank you. Vape Doom, Kyle, Chris Perillo. Dan is of course here, and Alex and Maker Tater. Britt is here. I probably repeated some people, non-fam, but welcome everyone. Be sure to get your entry into the drawing there. and keep those outs. But so not a lot prepared tonight, so I thought we'd kind of do this as an AMA style thing, to give people time to get their entries into the giveaway. So let's keep it open format, and just ask me anything. I know lots of dirt on Chris Pirillo. Could tell you horror stories about that guy. Oh, kidding. I'm kidding. But ask me anything. If you have questions about printing, life, the great beyond, whatever, I'll throw them in chat, and we'll see what we can do. Yeah, Dan, I'm hoping things look better for Murph next year. That is going to be wonderful. I'd really like to make it back to the show again. Myself, I just need to make sure that it's a very low risk scenario, going and coming back. I can't afford to bring a bug into my household, so we're very careful about it, and knock on granite, we've kept it out of the house so far. Liz, I have not finished my coffee crisp. I'm rationing that out and enjoying it a little bit at a time. And it's that strategy seems to be playing off. I had a cardiologist checkup on Friday, and the doc basically said, watch your salt intake, try to get your aerobic activity, get your exercise levels up some, and blah, 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 blah. And other than that, everything looks good. So I'm going to be kicking for a while still, and keeping that coffee crisp at a one a day thing, and rationing it out is part of that strategy. Chris Pirillo goes to Nerf. So is that the Nerd E Rep Rap Festival? Is that what that stands for? Last thing I printed, Britt. Last thing I printed is actually right here. It wasn't done in filament. It was done in Soraya Tech simple smoky black resin, and this was Fix Some Dude's TIE Fighter. Let me see if I can slide around, and I'm not sure how that's going to focus for you, but there was pictures of that posted over on Twitch, and Diana's never seen me, has she, Chris? That's funny. Anyway, this was printed on the Prusa SL1S. It took a little bit over an hour. See what I'm missing here in chat. Leo, yeah, it was a little slow, but I'm glad you got to work into it like that. So Britt, hopefully that answered your question. Wasn't filament. And Bwana's in the house. Choo choo. Bwana is our third stop on the train? Let's see, Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, fourth stop on the train. So we're going to be hitting that East Coast on Tuesday, I believe. We got Rogue Gum Shield here, Bugman's Hot Vim2. What is Hot Vim2, Bugman? And let's see who else we got here. Yeah, I didn't realize Diana's never seen me, Chris. That's funny. I guess not. Wow, let's see. What else have we got? More questions. Who's got questions? Yeah, do I look crusty enough? I'm not that old, Mike. I still have some catching up to you to do. East Coast is the place to be. I don't know, Britt. From what I hear, you guys don't have snow this year yet. or at least not in the areas that it counts. I was in New York City, gosh, in 2003 or 2004, right around the New Year's. Not for New Year's, but like January 2nd or 3rd. We were doing a project in Times Square at the Symantec facility there. And I remember I had my rolling laptop bag, and the wheels on that thing rusted out from dragging it through the city with all the melting snow and the ice and everything getting up in the wheels. It totally rusted out the bearings on my laptop bag. Oh no, Britt, that is incorrect. That is fake news. Baby printers don't come from the printer stork. They come from the Czech Republic. Little backstory, Dan? Sure. Backstory on how I got into printing. Yeah, let's see. It all started way back in 1973, and then we'll fast forward to the early 2010, early 20, I don't know, 2012, 2013. If Joel was here, he would remember. I had a few inventions that I wanted to prototype, and I started, hearing about 3D printers and RepRap, and I started looking, and at the time, the Gmax 1.0 was on Kickstarter, and it was huge, and it was so much bigger and looked so much more professional than any of the other printers that I was seeing that were, homebrew and stuff. It looked like a real machine. I mean, shiny marketing photos and everything. So I went on the Kickstarter for the Gmax 1.0, the old A-frame style. And if anybody Googles that, they'll laugh. It was a very interesting looking printer. I think it still shows up if you search for Gmax on Kickstarter. It'll still come up. But I got the printer, and this was when ramps boards were brand new. We had A4988 stepper drivers were the latest and greatest things, ATX power supplies for a 16-inch by 16-inch printer with no heat bed, where we printed on acrylic. And I could never get that thing assembled properly. The parts were breaking trying to put it together. The frame would be twisted. I could never get it level on a bed that size. If anybody remembers them, the hot end on that thing was a J head. It was, I think, not Delrin, but Peak. There we go. It was a Peak heatsink body with a tube going up through it, going down to a nozzle, and it looked like it was hand wound and wrapped in Captain tape. And I basically was forced to try to learn the mechanics of 3D printing, to learn all the science and everything behind 3D printing, just trying to make that darn thing work. And I finally got it working pretty good. And over time, I ended up picking up a couple of smaller 3D prints. And in fact, I have the original prototype here. If anybody wants to see this, it's never really been shown yet. It's patent pending. This is called a vac attach. And you've all heard of MagSafe, I'm sure, for Apple printers. This is what I was prototyping, or wanting to prototype, and that got me into 3D printing. Backstory on that is my day job is audiovisual. I'm an AV engineer and control system programmer. And I was on a job site, and the millwork guys were out there using their trim router, plugged in with their shop vac to the router, trying not to make a mess. And this thing's spinning at 3,000 RPM or so. And one of the drywall guys comes walking through, tripped over the hose to the vacuum cleaner, and this 3,000 RPM router goes flying out of this guy's hands. And that just made me think, it'd be great if there was some sort of a MagSafe type attachment for the hoses and stuff going to the to the routers or to tools. And I was building a lot of guitars at the time and using my dust collector in the garage, and I was moving the dust collector from the table saw to the router to back and forth. And I started thinking, I could design this. And so I prototyped it in MDF, and I wanted to 3D print it, and that's where this came out. So this is the vac attach. Basically, one side would attach to your tool or a short piece of hose. The other side attaches to your hose, and this is sized for a shop vac. There's magnets in it that are opposed in polarity, and they just go together. If you trip on the hose, it pops apart. So y'all got a sneak peek, but patent is in progress on that, and we'll maybe one of these days I'll be rich and famous or something from that guy. Anyway, that's where I got my start. It kind of went from there. I had met Joel Telling through the GMAX forums early on, I think, and met a lot of other people back in the day at that point in time, and things had just propagated, and I started doing YouTube. I don't know, 2017 maybe, because I wanted to start passing on all the crap that I had to learn to get that first printer to work, and things were a lot more chaotic, at that point. But I wanted to be able to share those experiences with people, so I tried to start off with instructional videos, and then I did some reviews and realized that's not really my niche. I think, teaching is what I do better at. So I focused on sticking with the instructional side more. Haven't done a lot here in the past few years just because things have gotten better. Printers have gotten better, and I haven't really felt like I had a lot more to share at this point. So when something comes to mind and something needs to be said, that's when videos come out now. Screw an algorithm and screw trying to put something out every week. It's it's when it's time. So, all right, how are we looking on the entries? We've got 32 people watching. So you guys don't even know what the prizes are, do you? We have 3 prizes tonight. We have 2 options. Well, we got the gift bag that contains no particular order, an Ultistik sheet, a $25 FilamentOne gift card, and a 2-pack of mini spools. Leo, did I get that correct? Correct me if I was wrong. So we've got 2 options. We can draw 1 name, and they get the entire gift bag, the Ultistik, the $25 gift certificate, and the 2 mini spools. Or we can draw 3 names, and one person gets the Ultistik, another person gets the gift card, and the third person will get the mini spools. So you guys let me know in chat, what do you guys want to do? You guys want one big package, one big gift bag, or should we split it up? Let me see. Let's look and see how many people have entered the giveaway so far. We've got 23 people so far entered into the giveaway. Let's see. 23 people here. This is open worldwide, by the way. We'll ship to, well, FilamentOne will ship it to anywhere. And we see Screw the algorithm shirt. Loyal wants it all. Oh no. Loyal, you better wait a minute. You can't enter, Loyal. You can't win. You're giving stuff away on Monday, I believe. And thank you for the super chat, Loyal. Loyal can't win. So the one rule that we'll put out here, I mean, this will ship anywhere, but the one rule that we'll put out is if you won on somebody's stream leading up to this, hopefully Goodwill says that you won't enter to win, or you'll decline the prize if you win on someone else's stream. Let's keep the Christmas spirit, and let's let the gifts roll forward, right? So we don't want to see a lot of repeat winners throughout the week. All right, so I see split it up. Split it up. Can't stay, Will? We'll probably be drawing in about 20 minutes. We're gonna keep this fairly short. Let's see. I see split it up, draw 3. I see in all the things. 3 is the magic number, 3 prizes. All right, so we'll do 3. 34 watching and only 19 likes. Pump up these numbers. There we go. Thanks, Dan. Yeah, let's pump it up. And make sure you do get entered to win. Oops. We've got, what are we at? Oh, we're 25 responses right now. So we've got 31 watching, so 6 people haven't... 6 people are not entered, and then that's probably me and Leo or 2 of those. Hey Kurt, you're more than welcome to enter to win too. There's no rigging. We're using Wheel of Fish. I haven't figured out how to hack Wheel of Fish yet, so I'm kind of waiting until Loyal stream to do that. It's a little harder than I thought. Access. All right, more questions. Who's got questions? Ask me anything. Bugman's entered. Very good point, Will. That very good point. We're up to 27 entries now. Loyal, what are you going down the other side of the mountain for? Yeah, Dan, that's a very good point. Come on, who's got questions? Who's got questions? We can do that, Will. Bugman, are you falling asleep on us? To get to the other side, same as the chickens, of course. My favorite and least favorite printer. Good question, Britt. I'll start with least favorite. My 2 least favorite printers are anything made by Tronxy and anything made by ANET. Because neither manufacturer cares about their users' safety. They've both been in business long enough to implement safety protocols and build a quality product. And companies like Elegoo have proven that you can still charge bottom barrel like they do for their Neptune and still put a safe printer out and still quality control your printer, and yet ANET and Tronxy do not. So those are my least 2 favorite. And if you really want to know how we feel about Tronxy, go back and watch the video from several years ago where we had 4 or 5 of us building the Tronxies together in a group build session. And it was an old ANET style Tronxy printer, but out of all of us building, none of us were able to build that printer. Yep, Alex got it, the Tronxy X8. I think he has one of them from Randy. But out of all of us, we had people with burned up boards, undersized wiring, rusty bearings, you name it. Not a single person building that was able to complete the printer because of problems with quality control. And of course, ANET is historical for being synonymous with a fire starter. They might really consider changing their name to Carry. My favorite printer on the FDM side, currently, I would have to say the Prusa Mini, because it's my little workhorse that does it just works. It's not the fastest printer, it's not the sharpest printer, but it just goes. It's bulletproof, and you know, I mean, I can get bigger prints out of the Artillery X1. I can get tall prints out of the Rostock V3. I can get bigger prints and higher quality prints out of the Prusa Mark IIIs. But the Mini is just it's just a little tank, and I know that Prusa's there to support it. So that has to be my personal favorite FDM printer out right now. And I'll probably reevaluate that once the XL is out. That being said, I'd love to build a Voron, and you know, there's a lot of other printers I would love to get on my bench, but it's going to be hard to trump the Prusa Mini as a favorite, just because it is that rock solid guy that you don't mess with, you don't modify, it works out of the box, and it's the printer that I use to print parts for all of the other printers. So Printer Prawn says the Tronxy forced him to learn so much and spend so much money. Yeah, that's exactly it. Tronxy X5S, all that's left is some of the frame. The rest was junk, but runs great now. But that's the thing, is that whether you're spending $99 on a printer or whether you're spending $1,000 on a printer, as a consumer, you should be able to expect to take that printer out of the box and be able to put it together following a well-written set of directions, whether it's a kit or whether it's something like a Creality, where you've just got a few pieces that you have to bolt together. You're paying something, you expect something that will function and something that will be usable and something that'll work, not something that has to be modified, you know, before you can even use it. And that's really my issue, is the lack of documentation, the lack of support, and the lack of quality control on a lot of these lower end printers like that. Let's see here. New York or Chicago style pizza? Oh, that is a hard question to answer, Britt. I'm going to go with Chicago style for dinner, New York style for fourth meal or any other time of day. Yeah, that works. Let's see, favorite filament. My personal favorite filament is the Midnight Glint from FilamentOne. And I'm not just saying that because they're sponsoring the stream here, but I've got a thing for blue, and that is my favorite. Second to that, I really like the blue PET G, carbon fiber PET G from Atomic. In fact, I'm working on a Prusa Bear build using that. I just need to get the time to actually finish it. New printer I got is the only one that came with docks. Alex, what was that new printer? Exactly, Leo. The tinkerers of the past, we owe big thanks, because that's what's got us forward, that's what's got us documented. Spider-Mensch, I have not personally used the Keylent 500S. However, a good friend of mine that I trust very much, Lewis, he's Wally Gator, I think, on Twitch. He is a big fan of the Keylent, and when I went the route of the Saturn, he went the Keylent route, and his is still running. I'm waiting for a new screen for my Saturn, so I trust his recommendation that it is a sturdy printer, and that's why I've put it on there as an alternative, for people to consider when looking at the Saturn, especially with how much they sold out. What I think will be different at the end of 2022, David Congress. Wow, in the printer world. I really think the Prusa XL is going to be a game changer because of the amount of automation that it brings out of the box in one pre-configured package, without having to source your own parts or do different things. I don't know how much of that is going to get cloned or adapted and overcome by other companies. But I think the Prusa XL is going to be the thing to watch in 2022. And I'm hoping, my big hope for 2022 is we stop seeing new printers hitting the market every 2 months. That is just a clone of the printer that hit the market 2 months before that, which is a clone of the printer that hit the market 2 months before that. I'd really like to see manufacturers stop just throwing out new models of printer and start creating printers with an upgrade path or with a way forward, I think. There we go. Chris Perrell is printing with FilamentOne tonight. Biggest pieces of misinformation circulating in the 3DP community, in your opinion? That might be the fact that Loyal Moses wears Ugg boots. He obviously doesn't wear Ugg boots. It's, I don't know why anybody would think Loyal Moses would wear Ugg boots. It's just not something he would do. Gosh, aside from that, I can't say that there's misinformation, Britt, but I can say that there is a lot of information out there that people are paranoid about or overreact to. For example, resin. And I think I've said this before, and I've put my foot in my own mouth a few times, but resin is toxic, but it's not necessarily any more toxic than spray paint or a lot of the chemicals that you use around the house. Bleach, I'm sure, is probably, very close on the toxicity scale to resin. But everybody is paranoid of using resin, that the fumes are going to make them sick or are going to kill them, or make their baby shrink up or whatever, or if you get it on your skin, your hand's going to fall off. I say to that, yes, resin is toxic. Read the MSDS, know what you're getting yourself into, but don't be any more afraid of it than anything else that you have around the house. Treat it with respect, treat it the way that it should be handled, and use it. If you're personally sensitive to the odors from resin, if it bothers you, open a window, set up ventilation, use it outside, whatever's appropriate for your scenario. It's more of an irritant, the smells, than toxic, but some people are sensitive to it. If you get it on your skin and wash it off, if you get a rash, it's your fault for not wearing gloves. Kidding. But not kidding, but kidding, but not kidding. It's just common sense, but don't be afraid to use resin, and don't be paranoid of it. The same thing with FDM printing. Everybody seems to think that PLA and PETG and all the other filaments, ABS is pretty toxic, obviously. Everybody knows that one, and that's a known fact. But PLA and PETG and most of the others are considered fairly harmless to use inside of a house with standard ventilation. I don't think you'd want to sit in the shoe closet with a printer going and lock yourself in the room and be huffing the fumes. But if you're in a standard room, there's been no evidence that there's been any harmful particles from those. So use common sense. But again, don't be afraid of the technologies. Just use common sense. Read the MSDSs. And let's see, what have I missed in chat here? Chris is printing with FilamentOne. Leo is honored. Everyone, please, I'll say it again, let's get a thank you out to FilamentOne because they are sponsoring our giveaway tonight. Yes, the Prusa XL does look great. Mark Christensen is here. How you doing? Kurt is here. Loyal, you don't pay me enough. I might need to take that back. Bugman, biggest bit of information, rapid prototyping. Yeah, very good point. Unless you have a Prusa SL1S, this is a little over an hour, and I could have printed it in draft mode in 34 minutes. So I would call that fairly rapid. Carl, how you doing? Loyal has socks with cowboy boot prints on them, so I wear them with sandals. Grow tent, no carbon monoxide filter, no spills, no noise, chamber heat, great light. There you go, that's an option for you. Prusa XL looks tight. $3,500 is a big ask once for the full tool changer at my hobby level. Unless I can support the MMU2S, I might order. Let me address that really quick, if I might. Looking at the Prusa XL from two perspectives. The single extruder and the tool changer for the prices. Looking at the tool changer first, it is on par with the E3D tool changer cost-wise. But the E3D tool changer is not sold as a printer. It's sold as a development platform. The Prusa XL is a printer. So keep that in mind. It is on par cost-wise, and I know that price is outside of the range for a lot of hobbyists, and that's probably partially intentional because people that are getting that large of a printer and that stuff are more likely people that are earning revenue from that unit somehow and can afford it. Now, looking at the single head extruder, or the single extruder, single tool, if you price out a Voron using legitimate name brand parts, electronics, motors, i.e. E3D or slice hot ends, genuine LDO or Moon stepper drivers, genuine, Duet hardware, not the cheapest thing you can find on AliExpress, but with genuine hardware, without any support, mind you, other than community, the Voron's going to come in a little bit cheaper than the single extruder XL. If you compare the XL to something like the Daedalus or some of the other Core XYs that are in that upper scale, which are still sold as kits and are still kind of hobbyist machines, the XL is hands down going to be a documented solution, and it's on par price-wise. So they're not, my opinion, they're not asking too much money. Especially for the fact that they are going to keep that open source. They're going to delay releasing the source file for a bit, but they are going to make it open source, which means that they're going to be fighting the clones. So let's see, where will we be back at chat? Okay, Loyal's wearing Gucci sandals. I think that's more information than I needed to know. See, Travis is here. How you doing? And oh, Loyal ate sushi tonight. More for you. Yeah, like Mike said, the XL really isn't aimed for the Ender 3 market or the general hobbyist market. If you're buying Ender 3s or CR10s, the XL's not for you. Chris, you've already got a lot of the tech on the XL and the Mini already. In fact, the little known secret, the Mini was the test platform for the XL as far as dialing in firmware and electronics and a lot of the other stuff. Let's see. All right, so it is 1748, right? And we've got 36 entries into the giveaway right now. We've got 41 people watching, so we're getting pretty close. So let's give another 2 minutes, and we'll call it at 1750. Mike, can you throw that link out there again for him? We'll give people 2 more minutes to get into that giveaway, and then we will freeze it, and we'll do our drawing. We'll start that up at 1750. And while we do that, let's thank FilamentOne again. Leo's here, and this hype train was all hype train. It's too much time on Twitch lately. This gift train was all Leo's idea. First year that we're trying it, and it's a wonderful idea because it's spreading everything around the community. It's the channels that are being brought in, your fellow community members that are being brought in on stream. Some of them are smaller and just starting out. Others are larger and have a bigger following. And it's a great way for us not to just only share the gifts with people, but to share the love and pass things around, and to help introduce people to new audiences, and the pass of love and bring everybody together. So there you go. Llama, you enter at the Google form that Mike just posted the link to. And I think let's see. I'll throw that out there again a couple more times. And thanks again to FilamentOne for sponsoring this. Tomorrow night is going to be DWint 3D. Let's see, Mike, DWint, are you in the chat? Did I miss you? Are you here? Let's see here. Leo, I've just added you as a moderator. Do you have a link to the stream for tomorrow night? If you're able to, you can throw that in the chat so we know where to steer people for tomorrow night. And it looks like we're past our 2 minutes, so we'll throw that out there one more time and give you a chance really quick, and then I'm gonna jump cameras over here. Slide my bench over, and we are going to close that drawing. So let me see, I'm going to be navigating a few web pages here. And we are no longer accepting responses on that. We have 43 responses. I'm going to export that as a spreadsheet. We are going to go over here and go to advanced. Nope. I want to more. See, we're going to do this. We're going to link that and we're going to try to populate that wheel. So bear with me, I can't see the chat while I'm trying to get everything into that wheel of fish. I've never used this before, so this is a first for me. Sign it with Google. See, there we go. All right, let's see if this works. All right, can you all see the wheel now? We've got the wheel, we've got everybody entered in here. We're gonna delete the test entry. Oh, I guess I can't delete the test entry. That's all right. If the test entry wins, we'll redraw. Oh, Astro Printer's in here twice. Rigged. Let's spin it and see what we get. Non-fam. All right, so non-fam, you get the Ultistik. Non-fam, you are the winner of the Ultistik plate. Congratulations. Are you still here? Non-fam, going once, going twice. All right. Clean that up, by the way, and just to get those out and got those duplicates out. Non-fam was our winner. Let's, shall we spin? Oh, non-fam's not here. Non-fam, going once. Going twice. Non-fam, you're here. Awesome. We will reach out to you to get your information. Congratulations. You won the Ultistik plate. Just by the seat of your pants. I was ready to give that to Loyal Moses. He heard Brit. All right, shall we pick the next winner? I'm going to save the gift card for last. Let's go for the two mini spool, the 2-pack of mini spools. Let's see who's going to get that. Survey says Stephen Poole. Stephen Poole, speak up. Are you here? We're doing the giveaway now, Will. Stephen Poole is here. All right, Stephen Poole, you won the mini spools. We will reach out to you to get your contact information and to get you your gift. So one prize left. One prize left. We have, let's see. This is for the $25 gift card. Ooh, Incendium 87. Incendium 87. Incendium 87. Your attention, please. All right, let's see. Fix them, dude. The F450, that was a few hours ago, man. Incendium's here. Awesome. Incendium, I have your email, and we will get that information to you as well. Those are our 3 winners there. Non-fan for the Ultistik plate, Stephen Poole for the mini spools, and Incendium 87 for the $25 FilamentOne gift card. So let's do this. It's 6 o'clock, and I know we can't do an official raid, but tomorrow will be DeWint 3D, and they will be streaming, I believe, on YouTube. So be watching social media for that. Let me see if I can find the link for that. Let's see. All right, that's not coming up for me. You're welcome, Stephen. Congratulations to all the winner, and Sir Will and Bugman140 for staying awake. All right, so, all right, I don't have the link, but I'll update that in the description down below if it doesn't make it to social media for tomorrow's train stop over at DeWint 3D's channel. Everyone, please give Leo a thanks again, and FilamentOne. While FilamentOne is sponsoring this, this was all Leo's idea. He is the brains behind this thing. He actually put together a very cool Christmas poem, which I'm not going to attempt to recite, but it is if you check out FilamentOne on Twitter, not Twitch, but Twitter, you can find the poem, and it's very clever. And I believe Chris Pirillo is going to be streaming soon. So since, in fact, he is already live. So while we can't do an official raid, oh, he is starting soon. So let me mute that. So let's keep everybody here for just a few more minutes, maybe. Thanks, Llama, for getting that out. YouTube.com, there we go. All right, so Chris Pirillo is about to fire up his stream. Yes, he streams. Oh, unheard of. I got it, Kurt. Haha. Distracted me. Let's. I know we can't raid officially from Twitch, but yeah, I don't remember what time he streams either, Bwana. Let's give him a few minutes to actually get on stream. He's still saying starting soon. So throw me another question. Throw me another question. Good night, Rain. Rain 3003. Thanks for joining us tonight. But who's got another question? I can't believe you guys have missed the obvious one. Where did Krusty come from? And few people know the history behind that. But the Krusty came from back when I was in the Navy, and they were just starting to give out email addresses. Email addresses were first initial last name, so it would have been Russell, C. Russell, right? Apparently there was another C. Russell in the Navy, so somebody decided to make me C. Rusty, or Krusty. And that's stuck as a nickname ever since. Distro press? Not as much as I used to. I build guitars, Llama, so I do use all my tools. There's, miter saw, table saw, the laser's over there. I sold my lathe at the beginning of the pandemic, and I sold my large air compressor, and I just had the little one, but I've slimmed back a lot on my tools, mostly because 3D printers are taking up all the space. But anyway, let's see, is Pirillo live yet? Nope, he's still starting soon. Oh, he's running drops in his own thing. All right, so what I'd like to do is maybe we can raid over there. I was kind of waiting for him to actually go on stream, but he's not there yet. He's late, as always. This is why nobody can remember what time he streams, because he's not where he says he's going to be when he's supposed to be there. Military issued username. Yeah, that's right. My rate in the Navy, there we go. I was an operations specialist. I went into the Navy as a nuke electrician, or electronics technician, I should say. My brother was an electrician. I was an electronics technician. Long story short, I was young and stupid, and partied myself out of power school, so I got the you can fix a radar, you can go to the fleet as a scope dope, and was sent out to the fleet as an operations specialist. I did a back-to-back tour, and the Navy realized I had some other talents, and I spent most of my career working out of rate. Which laser are you using? I've still got the K30, Mike. Just the old blue cheap K30 running the Cohesion 3D board, their laser board, which I believe may be going away soon because of inability to get chips for their boards. She wants a bigger laser or a scroll saw. Why not a laser scroll saw? What is the coolest thing that you have destroyed with the drill press behind me? No woodworking streams incoming. Maybe I'll share some stuff on guitar building if I get back into it though, Alex. What have I destroyed on the drill press? On this little baby one, I split a cutting board in half using a Forstner bit on it. Was trying to drill use a Forstner bit to drill a drain trough, and that didn't work too well. To split the wood on the cutting board. On bigger drill presses, I've done some pretty good damage to stainless steel sheets where drilling too fast got the blade stuck, shattered through the piece across the room, embedded in the wall on the other side. K40 and a Viver. I don't know what the Viver is. Why are we still waiting on Perillo? Huh. Okay, Chris. So you were a nuke machinist, nuke MM. So it sounds like you know exactly what I'm talking about. It was all in Orlando when I went through, and Orlando is almost as much as a city of temptation as Vegas is when you're 18 years old with a fake ID. 2 more minutes for him. Okay. Epps Corner Office, how are you? Good evening. Alan has a K40 and a Viver 60 watt. I'm not sure what the Vivor is. I'll have to look that one up later. Let's see. Chris is saying 2 more minutes. Okay. Any other questions? Any questions for Bwana? Put him on the spot since he's still here. Oh, you went to boot camp in Orlando, Builder's Mark? I was there in June of '91. Is when I went into boot camp, or actually July of '91 is when I went to boot camp. I was there until December of '92. Bugman 140, you're not that far off. That's right, Dan. Chris Perillo is very high maintenance. He's probably polishing his candy corn right now and sorting out his Bean Boozled. And he's live. Awesome. He is live. So let's make this a pretend raid over to Chris Perillo. Just when you jump in there, just scream raid like you would if it was a Twitch raid. But we all know that we're pretending. Everyone, thank you for joining us tonight on getting the FilamentOne gift train out of the station. Thanks, Leo, for putting this together. And we'll see you guys over at Chris's stream, and we'll see everyone on tomorrow's stream as the gift train hits the next station. Right.